Hey Priya, welcome to the Your Salesforce Journey podcast. So, firstly, I would like to start with your introduction. So, we have Priya with us today. He is a managing director and founder at Ceptes Softwares, and also one of my mentors. He has been guiding us through the ride from couple of years. So, thanks for that, and welcome to Your Salesforce Journey again.
Thank you, Sanjeet. Glad that I do see you from a employee of another company to an entrepreneur and the partner of a Salesforce, right? And that's where the journey which I've started 13 years ago, that I would love to see the many more people and from our country, to see in this space actually. Thank you very much for your bold step in your career and taking this and helping and creating more employment opportunity.
Thanks for that, Priya. So, Priya, just to start with, it has been more than a decade, almost 13 years, as you mentioned, with Ceptes. So, you have seen the Salesforce ecosystem evolve, change from an employer perspective, customer perspective, and also from an employee perspective. So, what do you think? What things have changed, and what are your thoughts? Where are we heading towards? From where you started, probably with S controls or visual forces, to a lot more and Salesforce functions these days.
Actually, you very much correct. We started with S control, and I, being a Java and web developer primarily, got the opportunity to work in a largest European bank in US in the private wealth management division, where we have written a lot of S controls to transact the money from that Salesforce. And like for all the private wealth management, you can just do that one, right? So I still remember those days. Then there is a project to migrate them to a visual force page, which is a server side, because at that time JavaScript become not that so secured, right? And now the world has been changed again back to the JavaScript. Now that's become the Aura to LWC, and now JavaScript is in everywhere. You can see a lot of libraries, a lot of components, a lot of frameworks, and the componentization. What I heard is a microservices in the backend into those days when I started my work in the Java Beans or enterprise Java Beans, right? Then we converted that to a APIs. Now a functions, a modular APIs in Salesforce. We're doing the unit of work or separation of code framework, right? Just to modularize it, function, right? And then when we see this Lambda, the Google function, and even Salesforce functions, that how we can completely modularize, and that brings back to my the day one knowledge of my computer journey, input, process, and output. If you can keep it very simple, because the computer is so simple, it's an input, output, and process. And if you look at that, API does exactly same. Send a request payload, let that guy handle process, not bothered about what you care about, what you send versus what you get.
Yeah, right.
Similarly, the function. Similarly, now UI component like LWC also being changed a lot into this. Like, okay, what exactly you wanted to display, where you want to display. Now that has to be. Then you keep it so much of generic, because the reusability is going to be the key, rather having a monolithic application of so big, so huge. Today, breaking down these applications and reusing, that's where the change that you see, that kind of whole. And it's been lovely that the experience that I've seen these changes into it from there to here.
From there to where, and the world is starting with all the GPT buzz and AI cloud and all that. So it is heading. I don't know where it is heading towards. Maybe it's just a buzz, or it is something world changing launching there. What are your thoughts with this GPT buzz all around?
Like somewhere I heard a little bit. Yes, this is true that every now and then, if you look at the product hunt, right, which is a home for many new product ideas every day, right? Every day there is hundreds of applications that been people are launching, and out of that 80% are based on the AI or ChatGPT, right? Now, that's one part of that. You see that how Salesforce has been taken a, a step towards Einstein GPT as soon as the ChatGPT has been declared, right?
Yeah.
Now you know how the Google's reaction to the ChatGPT quickly with the Bird API and the AI and the now rest, you know that one. Now, if you look at that and the way it has been transforming to our life, and the huge things can be done, and I do see that. I'm the one also who are very fond of like using new technology.
Right.
And now in this GPT, this era has been completely efficiency or productivity, right? Now the way that you write email, the way that you like
Okay.
generate content,
Yeah.
the way that you generate your PowerPoint, from your script to generating a audio, and from that you do that fantastic piece of work. And now we are also spending, like any other company, we are also spending our innovation and the time, and I'm the one who is more into that, what best can be done to a CRM space for a Salesforce customers through this chat GPT also. Like Einstein GPT is one way, but as a ISB customer also, a ISB partner also, we always think about something different, how to build, whether it's a component or to an integration connector, or it could be a complete solution out of that, how it can be given to that one.
So that means Ceptes is planning to launch another product probably on AI, right?
Today, actually, just to tell you that we created something called a GPT, because we have one of our integration product called 200 OK. Now we quickly, because the beautiful part of the chat GPT that you got API key and you can just make a connection right away. And then
Right.
you send your prompt, you get the answer, right? So we have integrated using that integration tool, and we created a lot of flows. The flows means, let's say, but just to give you a couple of example here, let's say you got a lead. What you used to do, lead, we have to have a static email that we have to lead auto response,
Correct.
case auto response, correct? And now, and then we are in auto assignment. Again, we have to send certain email to the A guys. Now, what you are doing is that as soon as you get a email from that, using the chat GPT, we are creating the reply of that email and sending to the customer without even interacting. So it is a personalized.
Personalized
So the
message
context,
and
exactly,
less human
personalized,
effort.
and this one, exactly. So this is where that small things we have changed, and giving a utility bar, a simple flow component, and placed in every lead object, account object, opportunity object, and giving some auto suggested lead wise. Okay, what exactly a lead, if you got a lead, what exactly you are looking for? Okay, who is this company is, who are the people of this company, for this type of industry of the people, how I'm going to pitch, what are the different sales stories that you can create for me. These are like a certain prompts has been given as a drop down, so a lead will feel assisted. If they are making a cold calling, then you won't need a calling script, the opening calling script. So
Right.
that ChatGPT generate that calling script with the name also. Hello Sanjeet, and nice that you are having good day and all that one. How's the, all that can be generated over here. So it is a hell lot of time that you have saved right over there. So this
Right.
is what we have done into that one, but this is just a kind of a gimmick, and we don't want to miss the bus. That is the reason we try to create it. But this is what we don't want to. This is not an innovation. This is just a connector to build that one. But
Connected to
yes,
build
we
that.
are doing some sort of innovation back the in the back end.
Great, great, nice. Now 200 okay, I think doing pretty well. I have also worked on some bit of that while we collaborated. So a great tool, I must say. So Priya, talking about
Right.
technology here, I know you're a technology enthusiast. You're always in for any new technologies. So what is the next technology apart from Salesforce or anything around CRM you love and you would like to explore maybe, and Ceptes is planning to dive in?
Uh, apart from Salesforce, if you look at Salesforce is being now everywhere, right? Though there are, if you look at that, there are very less core products. Rather, there is a lot of non-core products, right?
Hmm.
Starting from W to MuleSoft to Marketing Cloud to Commerce Cloud. And these are the talk of the enterprise market today.
Right.
Marketing, commerce,
Loyalty
integration,
management,
and integration, and your analytics. The
analytics.
W is all four. So if you look at that, we are yet to prove our capability and ability to execute certain things over here. But if I look at, so if you look at the Salesforce, of course, Salesforce, some sort of the ERP side of it, right? Now we would like to get into a little bit of a Microsoft. Now Microsoft released today something that they are bringing the ERP CRM into a place where AI can play a every touch point, everything they are trying to do something different. So how that is going to be, we are yet to see that one. And then we wanted to get into more into a CDP side of thing, right? Now, though the Salesforce has this customer data platform, but there are many customer data platform, because the ultimate, the future is somewhere a customer 360 degree, a
Correct.
single system. You can take a Salesforce as a base, but how it can connected and going to give the information and action items and the reminders and then predictions, everything in a single system. That is what I would dream for every business owner and CIO to founder to see that one, right?
Right.
But it is a very far from the dream. How much we can claim in the PPT, marketing and the video and the talking, we are very far from this. But the good part is that we are in the process of that. Maybe if I look back in 10 years ago and today what we have, I'm pretty sure that next 3 years, 4 years and 5 years, there are certain platform is going to come out. And what is that platform? Is that a service now? I don't know. Is
Like,
that something like yeah, could be. And it could be a Microsoft bringing that. I don't
right.
know. So we are still watching and doing that. And because last 13 years, we have single focus in the Salesforce. We have never deep focus to non-Salesforce sort of things.
Right,
But
right.
that does not mean
We are
that
very aggressively
for a
taking.
diversification, exactly, for a diversification, for a sustainability, we might need to take a look that is there any other cloud or enterprise cloud category that we need to diversify, but decision is not yet taken. We are very happy of what we are doing, but yes, we are still opening it. Maybe you can start our other venture or similar things for other technology as well.
Great, great, Priya. So, I see Ceptes is expanding, everywhere. I think Dubai, yeah, then you have US, you have a couple of tie-ups in Japan as well. And in India, you are expanding multiple cities. So what is the, core focus and core goal here? Is it to expand in the APAC market only apart from the US market, or you're also targeting like global expansion? What are your, thoughts here?
See, being a Salesforce partner, without having, we are not the Mark Zuckerberg or Larry Page of the world, right?
Okay.
We come from a village.
Hmm.
We have that, we never learn how to run a company as well, right? Now, we started a company very different situation altogether.
Hmm.
And I have to tell you that first 5 to 6 years, I thought that I can do marketing sales also. So we didn't have any marketing sales guy in the first 6 years of our company, right? And the reason could be we are very happy of what we are doing, even a little coming, but the happiness that we are finding it, what we did not get in our corporate life. Then you realized it has to be sustainability. It's not about a still, right? It has to be grow. Otherwise, you cannot sustain itself. For that, you need to be look for different way. That's when all this started. But coming back to that, and the reason is that last year we have raised a certain fund from certain investor where we believe that what we are doing, definitely there is a good future and it can be multiplier. But there are certain part we are missing. What we are missing? We were in India located.
Yeah.
Yes, how much business you do in India, you cannot financially sustainable by
Sustain.
only doing business in India.
Correct.
And the number two is that Indian resources are being more challenging in terms of cost or retention and things like that, which can be sometimes a costlier than any other foreign market.
Right.
And that is it is sad truth, but that is great for the country like us, right? But at the same point of time, the partner like us, the small company like us, could be a tough job for us to do the profitability or the make sure the cash flow and sustainability is the critical aspect. So it was a no wonder why we raised a fund. There are two reasons for that. How we can be more innovative company, build some more reusable apps, products, assets like that, and which we did to product and all that one. And the another part is how we can expand ourselves globally. And that is where we created a joint venture with a Japanese company to the market, to the Japan market, to a Nigerian venture, to a Nigerian South African company. Then we opened our physical place in Dubai, the land of Dubai, to target the completely Middle East market. We set up our office in Dallas in US, look after the US market today. We did certain visa, put certain visa up some guys so that we can send our really good guy to bring more business and build more trusted networking relationship with our customers directly from US. We are very happy the way that we are going, and that is where that we are targeting how we can reach out, because we know that India is always going to be a factory of the people, and where you can nurture the talent and you can do that one. Even there are people who are claiming so good and there is a looking for a big paycheck, but we believe in the ground, because what we built from last 13 years from a ground zero people or a non-Salesforce people to make them into that quality, right?
Right.
And this is our kind of a journey. So we'll continue to do so, because we are not in a rush. We are not in a competition to any big market or any big player over here. We wanted to be enjoy of what you are doing, and we wanted to continue to be survive, because that is what the fittest, right? So
Right. Travel.
exactly. So this is where that we are trying to with the surviving, how we can do, and at the same point of time, how we can do a proper customer service and relationship, and how we expand over here. And that's where ultimate growth. And again, I say no wonder why you wanted to expand there, but yes, is the cost, the project, the quality, and 13 years is not a small journey, if you'll ask me.
Right.
And that is what probably, as you said, I glad that you acknowledge that yes, whenever I also said certain things, so there are certain mistakes what we have done, we cannot get back those time. The time was crucial, right? That is where I'm trying to also help to the certain new age entrepreneurs when they are coming, that what is sometimes it's attraction, but the attractions are more distractions.
Yeah, no,
And
no,
if
for
you can
sure.
start picking up those, start picking up those distractions, start to say no, it could be a tough, but you will see this, the ship is going to sail aram se, right? Else it is going to be a little tough
Yeah.
at the end, or probably you said, oh, a lot of time I spent, but I did not earn anything, I did not learn anything, people are coming and going, but what the hell that I'm doing, I was happy where I'm working it here, because there is no stress there.
So I think Priya, with your experience, right, like you mentored me. So it has been a great ride. I remember before I started off, you were like, think through again. It is a challenging ride, not a easy road to travel. But yeah, you has been a great support, throughout the journey here. So and Priya, just curious to know, right? What is your thought here? So you also have a co-founder, right? So what is the importance of a co-founder in running an organization? I ran with Sunidhi. She's my life and business both partners, right? So it is for us, it is really great, certain things like you talked about marketing and stuff like that. She's good at it. I'm more interested and growing towards the technical side of things. In your case, what do you think, a co-founder plays a vital role in building an organization here?
I think co-founder is a kind of a, you first of all you have to trust it, right? I have to tell, and I have to confess here that without my co-founder, Mr. Harish, I would have not be achieved here, right?
Right.
The beautiful part is we give a space to ourselves. We believe in our ability. We know that not every day going to be smooth and we are going to succeed all the time. But in failure time, we are always there. So today we have giving a different focus to different. But when we started it, that my friend was looking for sales side, marketing side, little bit of innovation, governance part of that, where I was more looking into technology side and delivery side and things like that, right? Then slowly that we got both, because he's also technical, so is me, and I'm less experienced than how to run a business, by the way, right? And that's where that we complement each other, and the complement each other is the reason today. Now last 13 years we are there, and I don't think that anytime soon that this relationship is not that so weak that it can break because of a money, because of a transaction, because of a one decision, because of 5 decision. Let me tell you that maybe certain investor, those who are only looking for money, transaction and all that, they might not like it, but the chemistry between us is phenomenal. And what happened, like why we complement so each other, because I'm aggressive, like Virender Sehwag,
I know,
and
I
he
know.
is like very defensive. He's like a Rahul Dravid, right? Now, because cautious decisions need to be taken, because for sake, because it's not my life or his life. It is the life of the 250 people who works here. It is the
Right.
life of the 13 years empire. It cannot go screwed up all the time, right? So though putting a break to mine, right? My aggression, my kind of aggression, putting a break is always required. If I do not get a mentor like him, that sometimes it could be too much, that I'm expecting too much to happen in too early,
Too
which
less.
is probably there is a too risky also for us to go back again, come back to the square one. And
Correct.
that is where this is required. And for him also, sometimes he takes those decisions very cautiously, where factually that's why I need to prove it. I need to probably in the motivate, or I need to discuss in a factual basis. Let's take a calculated risk. So
Right.
my friend is taking a calculated risk. I'm taking a, I'm good at taking risk, right? Forget about calculated risk. That's where that we met each other, and we, okay, chemistry is good, and we are loving it, the relationship. Yeah.
Great, Priya. Great thought there. So, Priya, since you are focused towards the services side of business as well as product, and you are doing phenomenal with the product, I take a lot of guidance from you from in both aspects. But yeah, these days more towards the product aspect. So you've already built 9 product. As you spoke, right? You're already exploring other ideas. So, what kind of business do you like more from a business as well as technology standpoint? And going forward, where do you think Ceptes will be like 10 years ahead? Will it be a product focused organization, a service focus, or kind of have two verticals running or their own?
Most important part, yes. Uh, why product, right? Now, again, I don't know the definition of product, right? Like the Salesforce also product based company,
Correct.
right? They started doing professional services
Right.
and doing our job, right? Doing our job, what we supposed to do, being a partner, SI partner, right?
Right.
Okay. So now, uh, the product could be, it could be a Salesforce or a ServiceNow, could be Velocity, could be Conga, could be DocuSign. They are also product company, right?
Correct.
Now, there is something called product, something called app,
Mm-hmm.
app versus product versus assets versus accelerator solutions, where
Correct.
customers also ready to pay you as a subscription. So
Correct.
now definitions, let's not get into a definition. Let's only talk about that here. Okay, there are certain idea which you believe that customer is ready to pay because they feel that pain and they started paying you, and you believe that you have solved certain things. Now I call that is a solution, a app or a utility or a component or a product. It does not matter how big or small.
Mm-hmm.
But like that way our journey started solving certain problem. Now we are very very happy the way that last year for one product we have closed 110 new logos that we have added last year itself. And this year we are targeting our apps which are available in App Exchange. We are targeting 250 plus new logos
Yeah,
because we have
I know
eight
we
or
had a
nine
conversation.
applications.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now that means look at that. All 250 logos are the Salesforce customers,
Yeah.
right? All
Right.
Salesforce customers. Now, for 250 customer to close, you must have 1,000 calls or demo that we are doing to close that one. That means all 1,000 customers are your Salesforce customers.
Correct.
That is, being a Salesforce customers, they must be using certain vendor, they must be using some Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Analytics product and all that one. They
Mm-hmm.
must have certain different requirement also. If you look at that, why a service and product composition is must to have?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes service is very difficult to crack a bigger company.
Correct.
If we want also, we could have cracked HP or GE or kind of Australia Post or a government company, US government company and Fortune 100 company today, or Philips, and all these bigger customers are today customer. If you want also, because there are so many big players with a beautiful PPTs, with beautiful salespersons, they are they are sitting there day and night and getting this big accounts. Now, for us to a services where we have a no baggage, everything is a baggage. We have a no package with full of baggage. No company going to take risk to giving a project to Sanjeet or Priya.
Right.
But because you solved a problem through product, now what happened that they come to you because in the ecosystem, the way you solve their problem, the cost, the support that you provide, nobody else does.
Correct.
So the door is automatically opened for you. Once the door is getting opened for you, that means the opportunities are opened for you.
And trust is
Now
also.
you can exactly, the trust is built, relationship is built, vendor onboarding has already been done, all the paperwork, everything has been tick 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 done.
Mm-hmm.
Now you send your salespeople. Now you have a relationship and try to create it. So this is where that every SI partner that I always believe and suggest that they have to create some ISB. Okay, you build ISB for a paid app or a free app. Free app, so people come up with a premium model,
Correct.
free application model. Okay, through premium, through free, you generate more leads. Through
Correct.
premium, you validate it and charge them later on when the usage is more.
Correct.
Or you can come into enterprise product directly from the day one.
Mm-hmm.
Velocity has never created a premium model, right? It is
Right.
the day one full-fledged solution because they built that so robust entire platform re-architectured and they are selling it. And that's the result they got it after the acquisition, right? So this is where that why product and services, if I have to, the second question that where 10 years we wanted to see the Ceptes, of course, today we have 9 product, we might have creating a 20 more solutions. Let's call them app or utility or whatever, right? 20 more, because every year we target 1 or 2, we are going to create it. And how we get this? When we work with the customers, hundreds of customers every month, every year with a different sort of projects, we understand a common white spaces. Then we go to App Exchange and do a research. Oh, is the solution there? If there, then you check with the customer. Okay, there is already a solution there. Why don't you guys use that one? No, that has this problem. They don't solve this particular part. This their cost is more. The support is not good. Whatever. Then we validate the similar customer 2, 3, 4 because we have agnostic products.
Correct.
So that means we get a different industries customers. So when we figure out a problem in one industry, the process is different. In the same industry, 5 more pilot, we check it and talk to them and we'll figure it out and validate that. Once we validate, we build a POC, we build a MVP, we pilot them the customer, we ask them, boss, you use this and tell me where it is failing. Now you already have a good relationship. They don't mind to use that also sometimes, right? Because they are also a cost wise also it is making
Cost
some business sense for them.
Yeah.
So that is where that you make it. And once then you start to building and sowing and trying to little bit make money for 5, 10 customers. The day you know that no, this is the product that I can focus more. Now App Exchange, you release it. When you release it, then that is a different ball game altogether. Now you can to start marketing, doing and all that. And this is where that approach is that we are following it right now. That is where we believe tomorrow the services market in the pandemic, our services business has been hit by 30-40%. But our product revenue has been not even hit, rather it has been increased more. Right?
So
and
it is
because
kind
of
of a
that,
cushion also, right?
we were sustained. Exactly, that business we have sustained. Maybe you would have only depend on the services market. People would be not be there, customer would be rejected that. Then probably in 1 or 2 months, I doubt that company like our size, we are having a 1 year or 6 months of working capital and setting that these things. Forget about, you might have a working capital. Even today's world, the people see also if there is a no project pipeline also, they don't stay in the company with the security. They go to and join to another company, right? So to make sure that it's a very tricky situation, and that's where the product is going to help, because recurring business, do that one. If every company, everybody leave, if you are a technical guy, still you can support your customer without even creating any new feature. You can continue to have this continuous business continuously. If I have to tell you that when product started, the average revenue per resource in a services, let's say X, for a product, first year probably X by 10. But today, when I look at after 3-4 years, our average revenue for product one guy is 5x.
5x.
We are still in X. 5x.
So this is like an investment, right? You invest in an asset and it will grow, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell. So you probably got that. It's a no wonder where to focus, what to do that one. But yes, because we are a Salesforce boutique company, we wanted to put our money in everywhere. We are an SI, we are an ISB, we are a PDO, we are kind of a reseller also, and try to do every bit of thing because we wanted to be a true partner and all-in-round partner for the Salesforce.
Correct. Got it. Great, Priya. Thanks for the insight. We are also building our product. You know about it, so you'll see it on the app soon. We are already in talks with the Salesforce ISV team here. So, Priya, talking about this, a lot of pressure. Being an entrepreneur is not that easy. You have constantly working and no weekends, right? Probably there are weekends, but you need to hop on right when you need to work. So how do you take care of your mental health, physical health, family, personal life, work balance? What are your thoughts on other aspects apart from business around you? Because I remember you at like 11 p.m. at night, you still respond and you are available for a 1 hour call probably, and at 8 a.m. also we have spoken. So what are your insights and thoughts here? How do you manage?
I sometimes to be blamed because not everybody likes my style of work. When I look at a soldier who is in Siachen, right? Now, the amount of time and the effort and they put it to save our country, if I look at that, I'm not even doing even a little bit of this, right? If I look at that, the stress, the actual effort, we are sitting in the AC and doing it all with facility, that's one part. Second part, if I look at certain entrepreneurs, like let's take about Elon Musk, for example, right? Now imagine that we always used to tease in our friend circle and all that. What is the difficult? Is that a rocket science that you are building? So it is going to be so difficult, right?
Mm.
But yes, it is a rocket science. He has done it. And apart from that, also one company, another company, and having that so much of company and managing in the single brain, just like a human being like us.
Right.
It's like that's kind of inspiration, motivation that you can probably get it. But when I look at that, I'm thinking that I'm very, very small into that, right? I compare with them, I inspire them so that I can get much more motivation. Coming to the mental and physical health, right? Today also you see this excitement, even a 11 o'clock, even a morning 8 o'clock. Work is excitement for me. Work, I do the work because I enjoy doing the work. I, every moment of that, I try to find out my learning, how much I can learn from others, whether it's a junior, senior, koi farak nahi padta, right?
Mm.
How
Mm.
can I learn from others?
Mm.
And what sort of things that you know in this ecosystem that you can share, right? Be grateful. Don't connect, don't connect emotionally to certain things, whether
Mm.
it's a company, project, product, customer, partner, employees. Let me tell you that, because that is the source or the root cause of your stress,
Stress.
right?
Yes.
You know that something which is your control, you try to do a better job. Something which is not in your control, you better not to think that. You
Right.
instantaneously take the decision, whatever it happened, you figure it out a way. World is not going to be end because a decision has been taken around you or somebody like you. Now that's their job, that's what they want. You have to be accepted, anything can happen to you. And that's what when an entrepreneur or a founder, you have to, I'm always living in that mode that anything can happen in the next period. I can see anything can happen. I can get $1 million deal also from a customer. I can see a 100 customers one of the product. Even I can see that 100 employee probably going to say that we don't want to work in Ceptes. Maybe
Mm.
certain policies are not.
Yeah.
But again, that is what I'm saying. It can happen anything. If you prepare for the worst scenario, then probably you can leave it rest of them. But when you are not prepared mentally that the worst scenario, that's where, oh, how come all of a sudden it can happen to me? Oh, that's okay. It can happen to you, right?
Negative.
That's the one way.
Mm.
Exactly. And then I spend my time with the family. Whatever the little time I get with my family, there are the stress busters, right? With the kids, when you spend time and all that one, whatever, whether it's a 5 minutes or half an hour, I play just like a kid with them, and I leave everything at that period of time. Even I pick up and a phone call comes also, I tell that, wait, we'll play it again. Then I'm changing my hat to again an entrepreneur or a friend or somebody to helping them, right?
Right.
And I always tell them somebody is looking for my help or I am looking for some help. How can I not pick up the call or send my email, right? That
Right.
way it's all about helping. I'm just trying to connect this world, helping, learning, sharing, doing, and completely enjoying it. I am always grateful, whether it's this company or the companies I worked before. I always wondered that company is teaching me, giving me opportunity. I'm learning so much. On top of that, as a bonus, he's paying me salary also, right? So I'm like, because somebody is teaching me, how come he can give salary? My teacher never used to pay me salary.
Right.
I'm learning there. Here
Right.
also I'm learning, but at the top of that, I'm getting salary also. So that means then what else that I'm expecting in this life? This is where my way of a simple life of approaching certain things, having a patience, listen to customers, the problems, and then go back to the drawing board, work it out, prepare something, talk to the customer, trying to do that. This is where that I keep it my mental and physical, and I can still believe, as you said, very correct that 18 hours I work. There are certain people are very, very comfortable with me working with me, with my style, with my tempo, my wavelength. There are certain they are not happy, and not happy means they are not ready to work in that.
Right.
I say, God bless you because you have a different life. That's not like I want, because I have a different way of working. I can adjust it to your way, but my way is different, and which I enjoy, and I continue to keep it as long as I'm in this field.
Great, Priya. No, a great thought there. I think the reference for the soldiers was an amazing one. So, probably just ending with this last question here. So somebody who's watching this and is getting inspired and wants to grow big and probably learn and stuff like that. What are your couple of tips in your entire couple of decades of career, right? Starting from an intern probably to a founder of a large organization today. what are your thoughts, and what should they start doing, and what should be their daily routine like, and things like that? Just from your perspective.
The mindset has to be changed that today, if I'm working also anywhere else, you're supposed to bring the muscle, you build your muscle or get the courage, right? How can I build a company? Even if I'm a single guy, how can I build a company, or how can I work for myself? Or I can create more employment opportunity where a country is definitely looking for. Trust me, coming from a village where nothing was there,
I know.
still, if I can do it, I can see everybody that everybody can do it. The only reason it is the risk appetite and the courage they don't have. And that does not, trust me, this is the expensive part. You cannot get and buy it somewhere else. It has to be experienced. That's the only thing, is that you have to be try it out, give it a shot, so that in your deathbed you should not regret that यार idea तो इतना था, कर भी सकता था, लेकिन कर नहीं पाया, वो मेरे को नहीं मिला. ये सोच सोच के मरने से अच्छा कि एक बार कर लो, बाद में फिर जॉब चले जाना नहीं हो पाया कर. This is where I wanted to give this one thing. And the second part is be very humble, very grounded, and as well as feel very grateful, right? And that I'm the messenger of the gratitude, if you'll ask me. That is what the culture that I have put it over here in the company and wherever I go, because I do feel that there are a lot of people. What I have done is nothing without others' help. Trust me. So many people behind me, whether it's a family member, they have sacrificed a lot. Employees, they have day and night working for to make this organization, to make something happen. And there could be customers, the partners, the real good well wishers, and guardian angels who helped me a lot in my journey. Otherwise, I would have not over here. So that one, be grounded, be understand your culture and your, the basic at the base, and then you try to build something nice, right? Don't look for a shortcut. Things would come, but if that is not there, you figure out a plan. I was very bad at financial planning, right? That's what I'm repenting, but it's better that somebody has to plan it financially, because there are a lot of things are available today into that one. And now you focus more into where I was more into techie guy, biased with the technology, that just like I'm holding a hammer and every problem can be solved through technology and kind of things. Rather, no, it is the customer problems, or the problem has to be solved, whether through technology, through a suggestion, through this tool or that tool. Tools, technologies are the part and parcels. Today they are great, tomorrow they can be replaced by somebody else, like ChatGPT, as you see that, right?
Correct.
But the customer problem is so critical. Try to understand the problem and be connected with that one, and see a bigger goal and try to do that one, and be nurture yourself in a way that I am going to generate a certain employment opportunity for my people in the next 1 or 2 or 3 years. And for that, what I need to work. And if you are college pass out, looking for something, great ideas you have money backing, please jump into this. Else, look for a startup instead of a bigger organization. If you really wanted to learn faster, you wanted to have an entrepreneur is your goal, do not go anywhere else. You just learn from a startup and try to capture, because I believe that startup can give you as much as you can grasp, but a bigger company cannot give you. Because startup, I have seen the people who are doing sales also, marketing also, project management, customer talking, pre-sales, execution, DevOps, backend, support, what not they are getting it. Everything they are doing it in a startup. So if you really wanted to be an entrepreneur, work in a startup for 2-3 years, you will easily get to that one. Then you jump into that one. And that's where this is the one thing I wanted to say to my viewers.
And Priya, also, it is not about starting your organization or being an entrepreneur. Also, you can also take up entrepreneurial roles in an organization to start with, right? And you can probably somebody who's a product owner and who takes care of one of the products. If he thinks himself as an entrepreneur, right? He can take decisions and he has like complete leeway right there. So you can start with these steps also. Rather than if you think, being an entrepreneur is really risky, you can start with entrepreneurial roles, right? And you can learn from there. Enjoy. You can, that might excite you and stuff like that. So that is also something.
Yeah, company like us, we started something on paper. We converted our employee to partners, and we created something called entrepreneurship, the Ceptes entrepreneurship, program.
Program, yeah, I know
right?
that.
Now we identified the leaders not necessarily with the role or age wise, the leaders who dare to bring a change and they are ready to take the risk and to try to do that. We don't call entrepreneur, but they are in the process of entrepreneur because they are now intrapreneur, right? So this entrepreneur concept, we put that one, taking less risk because the salary would be as it is, but still you take certain responsibility, accountability, get all the freedom that you want, choose your team, take your team, choose the technology, choose your area, the way you wanted to run, you completely run. There will be no problem into the management side. That has been very, very clear, right? That you run it the way you want. So that means technically they are running a company within a company, and that is where that we do see in the last 2-3 years. This is our one of the secret sauce of how we can grow faster and create a model where now we are looking for one entrepreneur who is very less kind of who cannot take full risk, but he wanted to join as an employee, but he joined as a program where he wanted to do this one. So he is, there was a chances of failure, but he is not failing it because his job is still secure.
Correct.
Right. And this is where we're trying to creating more entrepreneur and the kind of this job into that.
Great, Priya. Thanks for the insight. I think we'll probably end this here. Thanks for joining on, taking out time on a busy schedule day and joining us here. Thank you again for all the mentorship with Keezy and myself and listening to all my cram stories, maybe at night or early mornings. So thanks for that.
Thank you, Sanjeet. God bless you and your entire company. And I hope you guys are doing really well. And as Salesforce ecosystem taught us, it's not it's a competition, it is a complementary. And now certain projects that we work together today also, we will be continuously also working today. And I would love to see that how you can grow from 10 to 100, 100 to 1000. I wanted to see that one. And I would be the very happy person more than you if at all you achieve that feat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priya. Thanks for the kind words.
Bye-bye.